right, it's Friday, folks. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? And good morning, everybody. This is Sherman Ray, and this is Livin in Vegas magazine, the podcast, and it is finally Friday. Yay! Fantastic. Well, thank you, folks, for everybody being in the show today. I'm excited as I can possibly be. It is finally Friday, and we've got so much cool stuff that we're going to talk about. I hope you've had a great week. I know I have. I've had a really good week. We've got some cool things we're going to talk to you about today. We actually have on the show today, we're going to talk a little bit about an event that we're going to be doing just in a couple more weeks. We're going to talk about the Vegas Golden Knights. We're going to be talking about Valentine's Day. And we're going to air an interview I had with just a fantastic guy. I mean, it's a timely topic, and we're going to be airing for the last half of the show an interview we had with Valerio Zanoli. I know. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. Let's talk a little bit. Let's do some housekeeping first. So let's talk about the magazine, folks. Living in Vegas magazine. It's out, folks. It is out. It's on the shelves. And did I bring it? Oh yeah, I did. So I brought. This is actually kind of a promotional copy of the magazine, and you can actually get this promotion. You can actually get a digital copy of the magazine. You can download the whole thing if you want at our website at livininvegas.com. That's livininvegas.com. Full of really cool stuff. As a matter of fact, I've got stories in here. Dr. Phil Palacios in here. Oh, excuse me, Palaracio is in here. I don't know why I call him that all the time. Taking control of your life, the Nevada Film Office. We've got 9 of the most important trends that you're going to see happen in 2022. Very cool. Gilda Graham is going to be in there. And there's a huge story about, and it's a big story, about the brew pubs that are here in Las Vegas. And we've got a lot of them, and we really do, and we're growing more and more and more. Plus, many other things that are in Livin in Vegas magazine. And like I said, you can read the digital copy that's on our on our website at livininvegas.com, or you can actually download the PDF copy of it right below the icon of the so it's over there, yeah, right over the underneath the icon of the magazine. There's actually a PDF button. You just push that button, download the whole thing. Very cool. So also, what else is in the news? We actually have an event coming up. Did I even put it up here? Oh, did I really? I've got to see it first. Gosh, I know I put it on here. I'm going to. So this might look weird to you guys. Okay, I'm going to see if it comes up at all. Nope, so I'm going to come up. We actually have an event coming up, and I cannot believe I did not put it on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this really quick because I want you to see this. So I'm going to actually do some behind-the-scenes stuff that you guys can't see it, but I can actually see it. We have an event coming up, and I did not download the event, but I'm going to download it right now. You cannot see what I'm doing, but I can actually see this because we've got an event coming up, and we've got to tell you about the event. And for some reason, in my rush to do everything else that I'm doing, I need you know what I need is I need I need another couple of hands here to help me do all this stuff. I'm going to tell you about it right now anyways. I probably do have it, but I just didn't download it. So we have a happy hour that's coming up. And for some reason, I did not shoot. I'll do this later. I'll put it on my. I'll try to get it in the second half. But we have a happy hour that's coming up, and the happy hour is we call it the happy hour, which is happening February 17th. It's going to be over at Tenaya Creek, and from about 5:30 to about 7 o'clock, it's a business networking mixer. So you can actually come check that out. So February 17th, about 5:30 to 7. It will be on our Facebook page, so you can actually check that out, and you can get Tickets for it, it's free, so you can register for the event, and I encourage you to be at that. If you're a business owner, you really want to start getting out there, I really encourage you to get out there and be a part of that. I think so. So, as I said, in the second half of the show, we're actually going to air an interview. So I'm going to leave plenty of time for that interview. There was a guy I interviewed just a couple of days ago. His name is Valerio Zanoli. He's a filmmaker, and you're going to want to stick around for that, folks. Don't take off. It's actually a very, very, very cool interview that we did with him. So many of you probably heard about this bridge collapse we had here in Las Vegas. So down at the south end of the valley, on the east side of the valley, they've been working on the bridge. I don't know if you can see that. That's really kind of hard to see. But on the east side of the valley, they've been working on the bridge. So the bridge over on the south end of the east side, I don't know why I keep saying south. So over near Eastern, they've been taking and shoring up part of a bridge that is part of the viaduct system that we've had that runs basically through the center of town, especially near the downtown area. That area of town has been closed for the next 9 days or so because they're trying to shore up this viaduct. Well, the overpass, or one of the bridges that was down there, it collapsed. Oh, dear Lord, yeah. So one construction worker was injured. The bridge collapses at 95 in Eastern, and this was scary, folks. This was scary. Luckily, nobody was there. Nobody was in that area, so, it wasn't like they were using the bridge at the time. As a matter of fact, they had closed that bridge, and they're using, kind of funneling people around. We had told you about this earlier and said, hey, guys, you really need to be very careful about being in this area because of the road closures in that area. Well, now I'm glad we kept telling everybody. Aren't you glad you listened to this show? The bridge came down unexpectedly about 3:30, and according to Justin Hopkins, spokesman for NDOT, one worker was taken to the hospital but was released the same day and is expected to make a full recovery. That had to be scary as crap. I mean, just, golly, can you imagine that? You're hanging out, you're doing your work, you're a construction worker, and I've been a construction worker. I was an electrician for about 15 years. Matter of fact, the first job I ever worked on was the Fremont Street Experience. That's right. I worked on the Fremont Street Experience. You know, that big canopy, the big space frame that everybody thinks is so cool, looks like a big TV set. I worked on that for almost a year. So we did all of the power for that. If it's running, it's because I was a part of that. So I didn't do the whole thing, of course, but that was the first job I ever worked on. So the guy is expected to be fine. Thank you, Jesus, that this guy is good shape. So in other news, I'm going to give plenty of time for our interview. In other news, Adele, folks, poor Adele. We love Adele. We really do. Adele has rescheduled all of her Las Vegas concerts. This was big news, folks. Big news. Adele came on TV yesterday. She was distraught. I mean, distraught. And for those of you who don't know who Adele is a singer, a British singer, very cockney. You know, she's got that very kind of country British, very street girl. She is wonderful, though. She's a wonderful, wonderful person. Great voice. She just released an album, and now she's doing a residency. They call it Weekends, I think, Weekends with Adele. She's going to be over at Caesar's Palace. Her tickets for this concert series are like stupid expensive. I mean, not just expensive, but stupid expensive. And so she scheduled these concerts, and now she can't do them because she came on with an impassioned cry and said, half my team is sick. I can't get any things in here. COVID is just driving me crazy. And she's like crying, okay? Well, her first show was actually supposed to start today, right? Tickets are in the thousands of dollars a piece. She's going to be making every night $700,000 a night. Really? Come on. And people have been complaining that, hey, this is way too expensive, but people are paying it. And there was a related story where some lady goes, look, I was on the plane. I was coming over to Las Vegas, and now her they don't know. I'm wondering in this article if it said when they were going to reschedule them. Caesar issued a statement Thursday evening regarding the postponement. We understand disappointment surrounding the postponement of Weekends with Adele, the name of it. Adele is an incredible artist, supremely dedicated to her music and her fans. Creating a show of this magnitude is incredibly complex and expensive. We fully support Adele and are confident the show she unveils at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace will be extraordinary. Well, yeah. Literally, I think the cheapest row was $1,500, and that was a couple weeks ago. And I just got to tell you, it's just so expensive. It's just so expensive. In other news, folks, so we just wish Adele the best. We really do, because it's supposed to be a cool. You can still see Katy Perry, though. And there's plenty of local artists in the Valley. Let me tell you, if you're a local artist and you are going to be playing here in Vegas, you're at a local bar, you're at a local, place, let me know. Send me an email. Send it to info. I'm going to put my email address up there so you can actually get it, because you need to do this. Send an email to info@livininvegas.com. Info@livininvegas.com. We'll get you out there. We'll tell everybody about what you're doing. We love Adele. We love Katy Perry, all these great headliners and stuff. But we're really here for the locals. Okay, we really are. There was a story, and okay, I've got plenty of time. I'm gonna. This is probably the last article. The Oakland A's. Oakland A's looks like they may or may not be able to make it here to Vegas. Looks like right now they cleared another hurdle. I think they're going to be building $1 billion stadium in Oakland that to keep them in Oakland, because that's the biggest thing is they wanted to keep them in Oakland because they were coming here to Vegas. They really were. I'm going to do one. So the Vegas Golden Knights, they won. They won against the Montreal Canadiens. I think that's who they played. It was a 4-3. Yeah, they played against Canadiens 4-3. Woohoo! Come on, VGK, you're back on a winning ways, because we lost a game a couple of days ago, and we lost a game a couple of days ago, and the reason why we lost it is because we just let things down. And UNLV, they won their last game too. They won 81-56 against San Jose, which is great. Donovan Williams scored 20 points. Come on, UNLV. I'm a big UNLV guy. Just a UNLV guy. I'm UNLV from Maruda to Matuda. I heard that on a country show one time. I thought that was kind of cute. So let's do this. I'm going to set this up. There was a gentleman and there's so much more we've got to go through, but I want to leave plenty of time for this interview because it's a fairly lengthy interview I had with Valerio Zanoli. Valerio Zanoli is a filmmaker, local filmmaker, and a make sure I get this up. Okay, so he's a local filmmaker and a real estate investor, and he contacted me and said, "Hey, I've been doing all these movies in Italy, and I did this one about the homeless situation here in Las Vegas, and this is really impactful." And so he wanted to talk about that issue, and I think it's huge. I think it's really huge. It's something in Vegas that needs to be addressed, and we can't ignore it anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually air that interview that I had with Valerio Zanoli, and I just had this with him yesterday, and we're going to so we'll air that interview, and then we'll come back in just a second, and we will talk about it. Okay? So this is my interview with Valerio Zanoli that I had just a couple of days ago, and let's air that. Here we go. And go. See if I can actually make it work. Let's see if I can actually make it see it, and we'll see if you can actually see it though. Oh, I think I know why too. Well, looks like we're having some technical difficulties with the interview. I'm going to see if I can get this to play. Oh gosh, it doesn't look like I'm going to get it to play. This is not cool. Um, I'm going to see if it actually is playing and that I'm just talking over it, folks. Here. And I might be having some technical difficulties with it. Let's find out. All right, it looks like we're having technical difficulties with this, folks. I thought we were going to actually be able to air this, but it does not look like it is going to happen. Okay. For some reason, I cannot get it to play, and that's not very cool. So I'm not gonna waste any more time on it. We will try to get that to air at a later date. I had the same sort of issue with with an interview that I did with Tom Reese. So for some reason, I'm not having much luck with that. It should have played, but it didn't. We're gonna keep trying to make it play even as I'm talking here. But if not, folks, that's fine. We just won't do it. Just won't do it. So I'm going to. So, anyways, let's talk about some things that are and I. So the great thing about TV, folks, is that okay. I'm going to try this again. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can make it happen right now. No. Yeah, for some reason I'm just not able to play the clip. Okay. So sorry about that, folks. I apologize. We are going to get that up there for you, though, folks. And so what we might do is we might insert it in the playback on this show, and you'll be able to see it. But sometimes those things happen. That's just kind of the way TV goes. So let's talk about Valentine's Day a little bit. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. It is February 14th. And so there's a lot of stuff to do coming up this weekend, or February 14th. So Ethel M's has candy, so you can actually go to Ethel M. If you've not been out to Ethel M, folks, we're going to do an article about them because they're just a fantastic place, a local place. They're out in Henderson or that side of town over the Sunset area. You can get a bag of chocolates from Ethel M. There's going to be on February 10th the Fresh 52 Farmers Market at Inspirada will be down there. They'll host a strawberry festival at the farmers market. That'll be fun. I'll tell you, there's nothing more romantic than that. Also, Valentine's Celebration and Craft Gift Show will be February 12th at the Green Valley Ranch Resort and Spa. So it'll be in the Estancia Ballroom, casino level. And so that'll actually be pretty cool. So I love craft shows where you can actually go out there and just kind of hang out and see what's cool at these craft shows. You can pick up a gourmet box of chocolates from Jean-Marie Aubois chocolatier shop at Las Vegas, in Las Vegas. What we'll do is we'll leave the links to these places on our Facebook page, so you can actually check it out. You can go to our website, and we'll actually have it all there too. The Las Vegas Sinfonietta Valentine Day concert will take place February 13th. Don't know where that's going to be at, so I'll have to check on that. And you can the Las Vegas Night Flight and Foodie Tour. Wow, from Maverick Helicopters. Can you imagine that? That would be kind of fun. That would actually be kind of fun, is to go up on one of the helicopters and just kind of fly around the valley, and check out things in Las Vegas. So before we go much further, February 17th, a couple of days after Valentine's Day, we're going to be having the happy hour. So the happy hour will be held over at Tenaya Creek. It's over off Bonanza. It is actually a brewery, so it's going to be really fun, folks. I mean, it really is. The folks over at the Tenaya Creek are hosting it. We're also doing this in conjunction with our friends over at Beers with Friends. That is Audrey May's group, Audrey May and Mr. Shapiro, who or we lovingly call him Butterbean. So he'll be they're also co-sponsoring this event with the Livin in Vegas magazine. So we're excited about it. It's our first event of the month of the year. We'll be doing that twice a month. So we'll find another brewery that we'll be going to, or some other place, local place that we're going to go to enjoy the happy hour. So I'm very excited about it. So that's February 17th over at Tenaya Creek. We'll be linking that this video to that event, so you can actually register for it. We encourage you to register for the event, folks. That way we know how many people are coming to it. So our last event we had, which was our first one of the year, which was over at the Foundation Room, we had 100 people sign up for that event. I mean, that's a lot of people. So we just have to be ready. So if there's going to be a lot of people at the event, we got to be ready for it. So we don't want to be surprised by any of that stuff. I think, do I have time? Yeah, I do have time. So many of you know about the World Market. The Las Vegas Market, I shouldn't say the World Market, the Las Vegas Market at World Market Center. Market is an event that they have generally once a year over in that area. It's over in Symphony Park area, right smack downtown, just west of downtown, west of Main Street. They have it's a huge building, so I think it's 6 stories, 16 stories, something like that. But for years now, they've been having the West Coast version of Market. And what do we mean by that? Well, it's where all the interior designers, all the people who are the who's who of the furniture world, interior design, that kind of stuff, go to this event. We get it. Usually it's held in, I believe, North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, if memory serves me. My wife's an interior designer, that's why I know so much. We've been to this event many times, and we have our own version of it here in Las Vegas. Okay, not in LA, doesn't happen in Chicago. No, I shouldn't say in Chicago, but it happens here in Las Vegas. So they're going to be having it here pretty quick. I mean, January 23rd through the 27th. So it's in a couple of days. That area of town, downtown, is going to be crazy. I mean, it literally gets crazy. People from all over the world come to Market to see what's new, what's going to be the newest couch, newest chairs, newest leather, new tile, all that other stuff. We used to own a interior design firm, so it's really important, folks, that for us to go to Market, to go check out these things, to make new relationships with these people. You come out of there, if you are one of these attendees, just like any other convention we have here in Vegas, you come out with a buttload of stuff. I mean, you've got armloads of books and samples and everything else. So that's what's going to happen January 23rd through the 27th down at the World Market Center, just downtown. So it's in Symphony Park. It's during market hours, which is going to be all day long. Heavy traffic expected northbound on Grand Central Parkway between Charleston and Symphony Park. So that whole downtown area. I mean, it really is. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly in a good way, though. So we love that. So you definitely want to keep your eyes open for that, and don't, try to avoid that area. Okay, just try to avoid the area completely, and I think you're probably better off. Okay. Anyways, so once again, we're going to end a little early today because I'm going to try to fix this video that we had from, and I want to apologize to Valerio Zanoli and to Tom Reese, because I was not able to get their videos up, but we will get that fixed. We definitely will, and you will love it. So don't worry about it. We'll actually have those aired as quickly as possible. So anyway, it's Friday. Do something this weekend, folks. Don't hang out inside your house. The weather, it's going to be a little windy this weekend, but do not sit in the house. Okay, the Vegas weather right now is perfect. It's simply perfect. It's a little breezy, but we've got parks, we've got hiking, we've got Lake Mead. You can go out cycling. That's what I'm going to do, and just get out of the house. It's wonderful that Netflix is on and it's all you can binge watch all these shows, but really, why waste? Why waste? You don't only have so much life. You can get out there and enjoy it. Okay, there's concerts in town, all kinds of things to go to, and I really encourage you to get outside, enjoy Las Vegas, enjoy the great outdoors, and just enjoy the things that that God put out there. Okay. Anyways, this has been Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas magazine. I want to thank everybody for being a part of the show. And this weekend we'll do the wrap-up show for Sunday, so it'll air 8:30 in the morning on Sunday morning for the wrap-up show. It's a brand new thing that we're doing, so it'll be a wrap-up. If you've missed the show all week long, check out the half-hour wrap-up show. It'll be out, and you will enjoy it, and we'll get you all caught up on things that have happened in the Valley. So this has been Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas magazine. Thank you guys for being a part of the show. We will see you again next week, 8:30 in the morning, for Livin in Vegas magazine podcast. It's been Sherman Ray. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.